So hello and welcome to my channel. This is Yudiawan speaking, and in this video I want to talk to you about types of public speaking. And there are four types of public speaking that we have in this video. The first one is speaking to inform, the second one is speaking to persuade, the third one is speaking to entertain, and the fourth, but last but not least, is speaking to actuate. Now, the reason I choose this topic of being type of public speaking for the video is that because I see it as an interesting topic to talk to. Why? Because I see public speaking as a form of art in English. Because you see, every person, every person in this world has a different style of speaking. That's what makes it special, because you see, a different thing meant a very different result, right? A different make it more interesting and make it more special, because that is the specialty of public speaking itself, and this is pure form of art in English. So that is my opinion about the public speaking as well itself. Okay, sorry about that, but we have to see what is public speaking. Okay, so in general, public speaking is a way of communicating through speaking in front of the public. Does it have to be a public? No, it doesn't have to be a public. It could be one against one, pep talk like one with you and your friend, you and your teacher, you and your parents. It could be like that as well. But in general, public speaking is a way of communicating through speaking in front of public, speaking in front of the audience. That is in general. At least that is my opinion as well. So let's jump into the type of public speaking, and we have the number one. The number one is that speaking to inform. Now, it's a very interesting one. In this type of public speaking, it's a type of public speaking where you inform the people or the public about an information that everyone needs to know. In this type of public speaking, we have to be informative about our speech, and we have to try to use information based on facts. Okay, so we have the pictures on the left and on the right. The first picture on the left is that there are some blokes that are having a press conference about, okay, like just say it about the media reviewing about the COVID-19 news right now, okay. And on the right is a class activity between the teacher and the students. Why are they categorized as speaking to inform? Well, basically, that is one thing for sure, that they are giving an information that the people need to know. That is one thing, okay? And then second of all, that they are having a communication in front of the public, in front of a lot of audience, because in general, because we have to remember the information that we have about the public speaking. In general, public speaking is a way of communicating through speaking in front of public, and both of them speaking in front of the public. Okay, so basically the difference is only on the left is that probably they're talking about to some media, and then on the right is probably talking about to the students, right? And we have to highlight some the last bit of the data itself, in that we have to try to use the information based on fact. Why? Because we have to justify our information so that people trust us, so that people trust us and people can rely on us when we are speaking to them. So we got their faith on us. So that is very important in public speaking, okay? Especially in speech, we have to use this kind of stuff. We have to use information based on fact when we do a public speaking. That is very important. Okay, so that number one is pretty much clear for speaking to inform. So let's move on to the second one. The second one is speaking to persuade. Now, basically in this type of public speaking, you, as the speaker, have to convince and assure the audience into your statement so that they are in your side. This type of public speaking uses a persuasive approach. Right. So basically it's a bit like this. You are trying to make them sure about your statement, whether true or not. That is what are you going to do. You as the speaker have to assure the audience into your mindset, into your statement, that they have to believe into your statement. For example, it's like this. uh, if you are so this common type of public speaking usually found in debate competition. So basically in debate there are the government team or the positive one, and then the opposite team or the negative one. The positive team is pro into one statement, and the negative one is contra against this statement. So we, for example, as the positive side, have to make sure the negative one to assure them that our statement is correct, and you have to take our part as well. That is the thing that we have to do to them. It's the same thing that we have to do in speaking to persuade, especially in the speech as well. Because it can be done. It's like asking people to, wash their hands, because that is what we do these days, right? A lot of press conference, a lot of media covering about the COVID-19 news, and then saying that we have to wash our hands. There's a lot of people representing special diplomats urging us to wash our hand. That is one way of, especially a type of public speaking itself, because that is, let's just say it, a himbauan in bahasa, a himbauan in bahasa. That is a way of speaking to persuade. So the example is in debate. That is very, very clear. In debate, we have to use this type of public speaking. It's a must, really. It's a must, really. So that is for the number 2. So the next one is speak to entertain. Entertain in here refer to something that is ceremonial, an occasion, and entertaining. Basically, in this type of public speaking, you have to arouse the audience through your speaking, really. So it's pretty much clear that you can see the picture in here for this type of public speaking, that both of them are master of ceremony, right? Right, because this type of speaking, speak to entertain especially, is always being used in the type of show and ceremonial kind of stuff, occasion. Because the people who does this is master of ceremony. The people who entertain a lot of audiences so that they will stick in the line of the show itself. It's not only master of ceremony, really. It can be a stand-up comedian as well, because the job is to entertain. The host of the show can be as well included into speak to entertain daily professions. That can be included as well. Or if there any kind of profession that you think is included in this type of public speaking, you can comment on the section below, okay? So I think that's pretty much covered up to speak to entertain, because it's pretty much here. It's pretty much clear, The main idea of speak to entertain is to entertain, to arouse, and then to, to make them feel happy, happy about our occasion, happy about the entertainment, happy about their show. So that's what they do. Especially this is what the type of public speaking it is. Speak to entertain. You have to remember that. Okay, so the last one is speak to actuate. Speaking to actuate is one way to speak to the audience, to make them step up and motivate them to do and act what you said. It uses a persuasive style as well, but in a higher level. So it's pretty much the same with the second one, speak to persuade, but it does take a lot more effort to do so, because we can see that the pictures, the pictures on the right and the left, we can see that both of them are having a speech, right? Probably not from the right. Let's focus on the Martin Luther King first. He always uses an oration in his speech. I have a dream that black people and white people can stick together as a nation. In his speech like that, that is an urge to do an act, to step up, to motivate them to do what he wants to do. That is speak to actuate. And then from the right, we can see the scene of 300 of Gerard Butler say, "This is Sparta," and the other soldiers will fire up to war. So basically, this type of public speaking, speak to actuate, is usually being used in a pep talk of a match of sport. So before we step into the match, the coach usually use a pep talk before to motivate the players so that they will fire up and win the match. So basically like that. So speak to attitude usually being used in a riot, before the war, and before the match, and there's a lot much more really. And for the conclusion itself, I think it's pretty much clear that from the 4 types of public speaking, we can see that they use a style of public speaking. Say this like this. So I will make it like this. Speak to inform uses an informative way. Speaking to persuade uses a persuasive way. Speak to entertain uses an entertaining way. And last but not least is speak to actuate uses a higher level of persuasive. So that is very clear, okay? If it is not very clear, you can, rewind the video. Please, just rewind the video and, sink that into your brain, okay? So, I think that is the end of it for the video. I would like to say thank you very much for watching, and if you have any thoughts about the type of public speaking or any kind of thought about public speaking itself, especially in English, please write it down in the comment below. I will try to answer your question as much as I can. So please just do me a favor. If you have any thoughts about this video, please give it on the comment section, okay? And please give a like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to share this video to all of your friends. So this is Yudiawan signing out. Thank you.